Hey, welcome.
What's happening, Jay?
Well, welcome to Unknown Show. We do it every so often, but every so often, I like to pick the brain of a powerful CEO, founder of a nonprofit. We couldn't find anyone, so we had Duke Crumley fill in for a pinch. Duke Crumley, Sober AF, how are you, sir?
Yes, Mr. Jay Staples from Sober Caddy. Thank you for that intro. I mean, that is amazing. I am so honored to be here. That's probably going to be longer than my talk today. So, yes, this is.
You haven't talked today?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right now.
Where are you talking?
I have a couple events that I'm speaking at. So, driving down to Colorado Springs to speak, and then I'm speaking up in Longmont on Saturday. So pretty excited about that. In between, we'll be hosting a sober support table at Diero at Mission Ballroom on Friday night and on Thursday night.
Yeah, you love going to those concerts.
I do. So it's a good thing because that's what I do for a living. And then we got some football games coming up.
Who's playing this? Who's playing at the Mission Ballroom or whatever?
So Mission Ballroom, it is a DJ named Diero that you, Jay Staples, when you were part of the Sober AF Music Festival, he was one of our DJs who played at it. So I'm pretty sure we paid him the most money to play at our Twitch Music Festival back during COVID in 2020. And now he's blown up and he's a headliner at music festivals and he's playing Mission Ballroom Thursday and Friday night. So
both nights?
Both nights.
A two-nighter?
A two-night show.
Wow.
Jay, does
it last for 2 nights? I mean, is it nonstop for 2 nights?
No, it's not a 24-hour festival, but we've done those. That was the Texas Eclipse Festival, which was 5 days, and it was 24 hours a day, and it was really nuts. You would have liked
nonstop?
That. Yeah, 24/7. 24/7. There was a musical act happening on 3 different stages.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you got like the 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. slot, like you kind of screwed.
No, there would be your fans. You could have thousands of people out there cheering you on.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So, well, for those people that don't know or living under a rock, what does Sober AF do?
Sober AF Entertainment.
What's your mission?
Jay. We create safe spaces and fun places. So we set up a sober support area at music festivals, concerts, and sporting events. And what that looks like depends on the location, but typically it looks like a substance-free support area before a game or a concert, and then inside the venue, we're ideally getting some discounted seats and giving out Narcan or test strips, but really it's a substance-free support group inside an area where there's usually a lot of substances around.
Wow. So you just have to have a desire not to drink at the event, is what you're saying.
Yeah. If you want to take the night off, we want to make sure you find some community and you're not the only one.
And you're not going to get wrapped up in some, hard sell for any other company. This is just, a safe place if you want to take, like you said, the night off. So there's no strings attached is what
Unless you give us $1 million, then we can talk. But at this point, it is substance free. So whatever, to your point, we're not representing a religion or a treatment center or a certain way. We're just here supporting people going substance free.
What was the $1 million comment? What would happen if I give you $1 million?
Yeah, then we'll do whatever you say. So if you're the Cali cartel and you want to give us $1 million to support us, just kidding. We wouldn't. We would, but whoever wants to possibly give us $1 million is Coca-Cola. We're happy to promote Coca-Cola also at our substance-free music festival.
Wow. I just had a very lovely cherry limeade Poppy. So Poppy needs to jump all
Yes.
over this. This cherry limeade stuff is legit. Well, you got to take a loan out for like a 4-pack. But anyway, the Poppy thing is legit, almost Sonic S. And that's saying a lot. But
Jay, where are they located? We need to get in touch with them today.
Poppy's in Austin.
I know.
I think they just got sold, though.
All right. Well, doesn't mean that they don't want to be part of the Jay and Duke show and be a sponsor, and you and I could at least, nothing else, get a couple cases of Poppy out of this deal.
Cherry limeade, if you're going to send anything to me. So,
yeah, I'm good with any of it. I like cash. But we did have a sober
Poppy was
tailgate.
acquired by Pepsi Cola.
Ooh, okay. Even better.
Well, I'm not, if I have to show my allegiance, I'm Coca-Cola. So it would take a lot for me to switch over.
Yes, a lot. And by that we mean $50 and a couple free cases.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was going to say 25, but I like 50. It's a round number.
Right.
God, and now, you know what? All the good things are going away. So Poppy's just going to be Pepsi. Anyway. So what were you saying? I got to get over this.
Yes. Anyways, I was just saying that we had recently had a sober tailgate in South Bend for the Texas A&M Notre Dame game, and we had Tire Rack as a sponsor, and we also had the Indiana Council on Problem Gambling, and we had Avenues Treatment Center be a sponsor. So it was great having three different corporate entities sponsor the tailgate and also send their employees from their wellness program to the sober tailgate.
Well, it's a revolution. It's a movement. So if people don't want to get on the newest revolution, then you know what? I don't really want to talk to you. Like this is a revolution. Come join the wave. We're like making changes, like whatever. But anyway, what are some events coming up?
Well, Jay, thank you for asking. Very excited. We're going to be at the University of Wisconsin in Madison on the 11th of October. So we'll have a big screen TV, tent, chairs, sober tailgate, just blocked from the stadium. It should
be very easy to get good tickets. So do not pay overpriced because they're cheap.
We're very excited about that. Then we're doing the LSU Vandy game on the 18th, 1 week later. So there that is. You like our graphics?
The Natty.
Ooh. So that's in Vanderbilt. So LSU at Vandy. Very excited about that. And then the following week, we're at the Ole Miss at Oklahoma game. And we'll have a big screen TV, tent, and chairs for that also.
Well, the Madison game is going to be extremely interesting because
that's where that tailgate is.
Wisconsin boy, if you ever been to a Madison game, a sober, safe place isn't very common. Let's just call it that. They got incredible drinking resources in Madtown. Several. It'll be interesting. So maybe I can make it up for that because that would be fun to see, having a sober place in Madison because it's a recovery hub, but it's also Madison is known to boogie down. Let's just say that. So,
well, we've done 330 tailgates in the last 7.5 years. So the drunkest I think I've seen any community was Virginia Tech. That was right after COVID, and it was the first game of the year. So kids hadn't even gone to class yet. And yeah, it was whiskey drunk, 19-year-old kid screaming in grandma's face. So it was Virginia Tech versus North Carolina. That was a sight to see.
Well, depending on where you are in Madison will give you a run for its money. So, you know, it'll be the grandmas yelling in the kids. So, yeah. Anyway.
Somebody hold back grandma. She's going to kick that 19-year-old's ass.
It's a tough year for the Badgers, and that only brings out more Cabernet for the old people. I mean, the tailgating is what it's all about now at the games. It's no longer about the football, which is what I grew up on. I mean, so we never were accustomed to good Badger games. You go to a Badger game, it's pre and post game. That's what you're preparing for. The game, you just kind of sobered up.
Very similar, South Bend under Jerry Faust back in the 80s. So I remember people offering us tickets as like high school students just walking around. And we're like, no, we don't want to go to the game. We're waiting for you to go to the game, and then we're going to steal your cake. Was really our mentality.
Yes, absolutely. So, well, don't you have some other things exciting going on at Sober AF outside of the sober safe places?
Thank you, Jay, for bringing that up. I almost forgot. Yes, we have two really exciting things outside of what I think is really fun and exciting, which is sober tailgates. We do peer recovery coach training. So we have received funding to train 160 people this year and 140 people next year to be peer recovery coaches in Colorado. And then on top of that, we have a collegiate Sober AF model that we are partnering with Colorado Mesa University that we want to really launch this coming next 12 months. So, you know, I started this little nonprofit 7.5 years ago, and with a lot of people's help and guidance, hopefully from above, we're now moving in a couple additional areas. So very, very excited to see how that plays out. And it's a little nerve-wracking, and you know, whenever you grow, you're afraid it's not going to work, but you know, this is kind of what the community has asked for, and this is what we're going to do. And so stay tuned to or go to the website soberafe.com if you'd like to be a peer recovery coach and get a free training virtually. We've been doing that. It takes 8 weeks to do it, and it's all done with a instructor.
And even if you speak Spanish, you can do it now.
Oh my God, Jay, you are right. I forgot about that too. So we are started a Spanish-speaking peer recovery coach training. So it will be 100% in Spanish. Sí, señor. I am not leading that. Correct. Somebody else will be leading that. And as you know, I was banned and deported from Mexico for a long time. So I'm not very fluent.
Is this your way of kind of giving back?
Yes, this is my way.
Is this your part of your living amends?
I'm making amends to the country of Mexico and my behavior there and my business dealings there. So it is good to have a living amends for a country.
Who teaches this? Obviously, a Spanish speaker.
Correct.
I didn't know. I mean, you know some cultured people, I guess.
I know some people who know some people, you know, so it's something we've actually tried to do for about the last 12 months, and we finally found the right person and the right training. So we're really excited. And so if you know of somebody in Colorado looking to be trained who is fluent in Spanish, we would love to teach them to be a peer recovery coach, and ideally they can help their community by being this resource for them.
Awesome. I mean, so you, I mean, I joke. I mean, I'm serious, but I mean, somewhat of a joke. This, you know, this kind of sober revolution and so forth. But I mean, it's becoming more and more evident and more common, actually. and I know I deal with families on a day-to-day basis. It's needed. I mean, this is especially when we're talking about younger age, the high schools, the colleges age. I know I went to college for one and only reason, and that was to and half of the memories I can't even remember. But it doesn't have to be like that. It's there's this belief that go to college and get wasted, and the longest party you'll ever go to is what college they say, whatever, however they say it. But the tide is a changing. You don't have to. You can take care of your mental health. You can not do what Duke and I did and put ourselves many years back from everyone else because we just spent years partying. So this is amazing what you do, and it's and like we were saying, it's a safe area, sober, safe area, and if you're just having that bad day, you can feel safe in your areas, which I love. It's not about, you're not going to be signing a piece of paper that says I commit my life to Jesus Christ, or I commit to never drinking or using again for the rest of my life. You're just going in there and you can feel safe. Like no strings attached, and have a good time and remember the game, which I went to a lot of games I wish I would have remembered. So a lot of.
Yeah. If you come to our tailgate and don't drink or do drugs, I promise you, you will not get two DUIs from the same cop within 12 hours. That is something I can guarantee you.
Did you do that?
No, that wasn't me. One of the two of us it happened to, and it wasn't me. So
I didn't even go. I didn't even go, but it was the Badgers playing, and we did our own tailgating. But yeah,
you have to come to this tailgate, Jay. It's a sign.
Jesus. Yes, like there's you have a problem when the bartender gives you a key because you beat them there on Saturday morning to open the bar. You just open the bar and you keep track of what you've drank up until that point until the bartender comes walking in.
I believe that's one of 10 of AA's questions. Yeah.
So
did you have a key to the bar?
And then make the decision to leave and go to another bar, and then get abruptly interrupted.
Because you didn't like the company first bar and you were the only one there.
And then a police officer said I was no longer allowed to drive a car, and then he had a place for me. And then, yeah, that's true. Guilty as charged, the same cop, same day. One in the morning, one at night. I still think the cop worked far too much that day, and I would love to know the regulations on this because he obviously wasn't seeing clearly. That's entrapment. But yeah, there's another. I don't remember a lot of things. I do remember the face of the cop coming up to the car the second time in the same day.
That's a tough one. I think I have different ways to top it and just weird things that aren't appropriate to share here. So we're going to give you the trophy.
Well, anyway, we come to these tailgates, start sharing some memories. Let's laugh at ourselves. We can do that really good. If you want to laugh at my stories, go ahead. If you want to pull, hey, I'm a different person, but so there's food, beverages. What's all at these tailgates?
Well, it depends where you go. The tailgate in Wisconsin is a 6 p.m. kickoff, so we'll have lots of fried chicken and cheese curds, and then the following week in Nashville at Vanderbilt, it's rumored to be an 11 or 11:30 a.m. kickoff. So we're going to have lots of vegan different smoothies along with bagels and cream cheese and lox and capers and red onion. And we'll have a really fun, that's going to be more of a watch party because It's the LSU game, and tickets were sold out. So we have a giant TV that we're all going to watch the game at this year. So very
And
excited.
Vanderbilt's recovery community is health conscious too. We learned
Yes.
that last year. So
Yes.
we will have some. Green juice, I guess. I don't
Yes. We're going to have lots of different options for people.
know. So, and this is the beauty thing. You can go to these different places and you can learn. So we may ease up on the fried chicken at Vanderbilt and go a little more green juice.
We got range, right?
So, and
coffee, bagels, cream cheese, lox, capers, red onion.
Are
Delicious.
you joking about the cheese curds in Madison?
Would I joke about cheese curds?
If you bring in fried cheese curds, I'm just telling you, we could do if we get a deep fryer there. We can make our own cheese curds.
Well, I don't trust me with a deep fryer traveling, but yeah, we will have cheese curds there, Jay. We'll have enough for everyone, meaning you and me, and we'll make sure there's more for some others too. But
Culver's needs to jump all
food
over
is
this.
important aspect.
Where's Culver's in this whole thing? This is a perfect opportunity for Culver's to feed Jay and Duke and some other people, I'm sure, but I mean mainly me. I think Culver's, if they donated burgers and cheese curds, and you can even leave the burgers out of it, just cheese curds. Come on. I mean, come on. You Wisconsin proud Culver's. Now's the time to jump on.
I do think this could be the next stop of our Sober College Game Day Tour, Jay.
What's that?
Madison.
We're already going. You're going already.
I got tickets. Yes. I need you there.
Well, we got to start calling some people. I got to call Madison Recovery Center needs to. There's a great recovery foundation headed by Shelley Dutch that's up there. Rogers Hospital is all over. So
And we're
if you're in Wisconsin, reach out to me.
Guaranteed. We're going to have Monte Ball, who's receiving the College Hall of Fame award this year, at our tailgate, and at halftime he's walking out to get his award. So come and meet Monte Ball.
How do you not lead off with that?
I'm thinking the exact same thing. How are we 23 minutes into this, and I'm so self-consumed that I'm only now remembering that we should have led off with
you
this.
said cheese curds, and if you ever want to get me off track, you just say cheese curds. I mean, if I was a quarterback, my audible would be cheese curds. You know, like Peyton went with Omaha or whatever. Mine would always be cheese curds. And
cheese curds. 42's the mic. Cheese curds, go.
So that would be anytime I need to alter plans, I just yell cheese curds and I alter my plan. But Monte Ball will be at the tailgate, is what you're saying. Not a cutout of them.
The Hall of Famer, Hoff, Monte Ball, will be a big part of our weekend. He's going off at halftime and getting an award on the field. And beforehand, at our tailgate for 3 hours, we're going to have Monte Ball with us.
Well, bring the footballs. Get them signed. Yeah. And Duke will sign them for you, too. But anyway, so you started this 7 years ago. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
All because some people may not know the story. So what led you down this path?
So I was fortunate enough that in 1989, my parents took me to treatment, and I was able to kind of swallow this pill.
1949, you said?
Yes, 1949. Thank you,
Okay.
Jay. 89. So I'm pretty proud of 36 years to start with, but but what helped me get sober was a sober support group inside the Grateful Dead called the Wharf Rats that started in 83. And I had been to some Grateful Dead shows leading up to that point, knowing that. So I get sober 89, in 2018, 28 years sober, my 20-year-old daughter is texting me. She's at a concert and doesn't feel safe and wants to Uber home. And it turns out all of her friends were on ecstasy, and she didn't feel safe getting in the car. And at the same month, my son, who was 16, his best friend had a psychotic break from a heavy THC-induced brownie. He was only supposed to eat 1/10 of the brownie per day, is what it said on the brownie. So long story short, I was in recovery, knew that we could do a little better job helping people within that first year of recovery. And selfishly, I wanted to help my kids, and they were 16 to 20 or no longer listening to dad. But what they were seeing was kind of beer pong at football games and kind of this ecstasy lifestyle at music festivals. So came up with this idea of, how do we show people how to have fun sober? And now it's 7 years later and 330 events later. And, we have a full Sober College Game Day tour ahead of us.
And a lot of fun later.
Thank you. 330 events. I've missed 3 of them. So it's been a really, really fun year. I'm definitely a lot more gray hair because of it, but I do want to thank Jay. Jay, thanks for even the crazy, Twitch music festival thing that we did, and all the different tailgates you've come to. Thanks for kind of showing up and supporting this crazy idea, vision, and just being such a positive ambassador to anyone you talk to about us, man. It's greatly appreciated.
Well, we are we're going to be coming out with a recovery brand, like the 12T something podcast studio here in Nashville, Tennessee is being built as we speak. And so Sober AF, and we're going to do a lot more fun and things. And even so, we may actually do a sober tailgate kind of pregame show come maybe next year or something, where we can rival ESPN's. So we're going to do some fun things.
Can't wait. It's needed. It's wanted. And we are just an overnight success. It's just going to take 8 years.
So, well, anyway, this has been a pleasure, buddy.
Yeah.
Always fun to catch up with Duke. If you don't know Duke, you should. And all the kids know Duke, so he knows all the verbiage. He knows all, the cool text words. I mean, he's hanging out at these rock concerts and, these techno Tilly thingers. And so if you need to relate to your, teenage nephew, call Duke. He knows all the language that they use now. So Duke, always a pleasure.
All right. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you, buddy. Peace.